welcome to the Morton Recreation Complex, where tonight I got Rylan Price, the head coach of the Pembina Valley AAA Midget Boys. And Rylan, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Is this team where you want it to be at this point of the season?
You know what, we're happy with where we are. We feel we've let a couple games go that we probably should have got the 2 points for, but we also stole a couple games from some teams that we probably shouldn't have won to. So we're quite happy where we are.
You are right around 6th place with about 10 points out of 1st place. Is this doable for you guys?
The math says no up into that 1st place spot, right? But 2 years ago we won the league from the 5th spot, so I think the key to this league is just making sure you get into the playoffs. And right now we're right on track for that.
You have to get past Yellowhead with 39 points, Winnipeg Wild with 38 points. Or are you just worried about trying to make the playoffs?
Yeah, just like what we said there, the playoffs is the number one thing. First goal is to try and get a home series in the playoffs, get into that top 4 spots, but we know it's doable from anywhere, right? It's 8th place has a chance of winning the league, especially the way the league is this year. It's very tight right across the board.
You have 2 games left before Christmas, and they are both against Norman, who is in last place. Is this a good way to go into the Christmas break, or would it be better to play the higher up teams? Keep the momentum.
We're looking forward to getting up to Norman and taking the trip up to Thompson. It's a good team builder up there. It's a great way for the boys to just get away from everything, right? To get away from school, and they're kind of slowing down in the school department right now. So it's going to be a good team builder for us, and hopefully we can come out with the 4 points we need.
Is this team healthy right now?
Yeah, actually we're quite healthy right now. We've had a couple minor injuries along the way, some bumps and bruises, but knock on wood, hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, for sure. Your power play is running at about 14.7%. Your PK is at 89.9. Are you happy with those numbers?
PK is a good number for us. The power play we'd like to see improve a little bit. One of our goals is to try and be 100%, 110% on the special teams, and we're just a little bit short of that. But that's one thing we're going to focus on here in practice this week and the following weeks, is just try and make sure we get the movement on our power play to where we want it to be.
The next 2 questions will be a little bit on Mr. Aaron Bruin here.
Okay.
So, first of all, he is the CCM Player of the Week with a huge weekend last weekend, beating the Winnipeg Thrashers in a shootout.
Yeah.
And then here on Sunday, the game we called here on the Manitoba Sports Network, 1-0 shutout over Eastman. Talk to me a little bit about Aaron Bruin.
Aaron's been great for us all season long. Remember the day when I got the call from Ken Pearson saying that we were going to get him back, and that was to be back this year. He's proven that he can be that guy that we need to call upon for a big win. And he showed it twice this weekend. I'm not sure we played our best hockey, but we got away with the win on both games. So yeah.
I didn't see the Thrashers game, but the Eastman game, like I said, we called here, and I thought you guys were very evenly matched with Eastman, and Aaron was just as busy as what Moran was for the selects. But then when he went down here in the 3rd period, it looked like possible arm injury maybe, because he kind of came up shaking his arm a little bit and stuff. What was the reaction on the bench at that point in time? It's 0-0 game, 3rd period, your goaltender may have just gotten hurt.
Yeah, I looked at it and I can remember the situation. I wasn't too terribly panicked. Aaron's very, very tough. It's going to take a lot for him to come out of a game. I've seen him take some really hard hits from players, whether it's our own players or whether other players, and he seems to manage just to keep on ticking. So there's a little bit of shortness of breath there, but once Allie got out there, she kind of gave us a signal he's going to be fine, and Martin didn't have to get stretched and ready to go.
Right.
So,
Aaron Bruin has got a 2.64 goals against and a .916 save percentage. Can he be better?
Yeah, I'm sure if you asked Aaron, he'd say he's got a little bit better game in him as well too. We've seen flashes of brilliance, and we've seen some areas where Aaron struggled a little bit. So we're constantly working towards fixing things, and hopefully we get the best Aaron after Christmas.
And if I can ask, the struggling part is just a focus thing or get lazy thing?
No. Aaron doesn't have a laziness in his game. He's a very hardworking kid. Just players are allowed to struggle, right? And that's just finding some consistency. I know coming back from junior at the start of the year, it's quite a big transition coming back to the AAA league, and we knew it was going to be a bit of a struggle for him to get going, but I think he's managed well and he's starting to find his stride now.
You guys have scored a lot of 3rd period goals this year. Why so many goals in 3rd period?
It takes us forever to get going in the 1st period. That's
a sense of urgency?
Well, I think so. No, it's I think these guys have a hatred to lose, and it's when we do lose games, there's a lot of guys that are quite upset in the dressing room, and they just hate it, so they definitely want to make sure they put on that last push. But for us, it's just a matter of trying to find that push in the first period now. So we're trying to build that consistency through 60 minutes.
You guys have taken 508 penalty minutes so far this year. Is that too much time in the box?
It's way too much time in the box. Yeah, that's the kind of hockey I used to play, but I never won much as a player. So, but no, we tell them that we want you to play rough, we want you to play tough, and we're going to run into some refs that maybe don't call that style of game, but definitely the offensive zone penalties have been killing us. We need to try and eliminate those.
Your three leading scorers, Elijah Carrolls, Cade Kowalski, Colton Schindel, have combined for 84 points. Does this work for them to keep doing this and ride these guys, or do you need some of these other guys to step up a little bit more now coming down the stretch into the playoffs and in the playoffs?
We look to create goals as a team, right? And everyone's got a job to do. Eli happens to be the guy that puts the puck in the net, and Cade and Colton have that ability to do that as well. But there's roles on the team that have to be filled, and we're very happy with the way everyone's played. No, I'm not looking for anyone to provide more offense than what they're already putting. I think we provide enough offense to win games. It's a matter of shutting guys down, and we can win a game with one.
Speaking of Cade Kowalski, we interviewed him after the game on Sunday, and he's the one who got the game-winning goal in overtime. And I said, goal scorer's goal, and he laughed and he said, not with 7 goals. I ain't no goal scorer. But at the same time, the way he sniped it, as far as I was concerned, that looked like a goal scorer goal. Cade Kowalski's got to be a huge part of this team.
Cade is a huge part of this team. He's a leader. We knew that right from tryouts that he was going to come on and be a leader in this team, and we're happy with how he's taken that role on. Just a confidence thing around the net, I think. He needs to get confident in his shot. He's got a really good shot, and we see him score lots of goals in practice. And he's just got to get into that mentality that he doesn't always have to be a pass first guy. When there is a chance to shoot, he needs to shoot and pick a spot and hit it. And that's what he did on Sunday, and it got us 2 points. And he's starting to heat up. We'll see some good numbers out of Cade after Christmas.
Does that confidence that Cade has right now got anything to do with his time that he's spent with the Flyers now, like at the beginning of the season?
Oh yeah, Cade he was playing higher level hockey all summer long. He was down in the States at his training camp, and then through that tryouts with the Flyers, he had some success scoring some goals there as well too, and getting some assists and playing with some of the top guys. So yeah, that helped him make a good transition into the AAA league, and we're seeing that he's able to score. I think he's 1.2, 1.3 points per game, and I'd expect to see that number grow a little bit as well too. He wants it real bad.
And a guy that you know real well, the assistant coach of the Flyers, Steve Mullen. I talked to him preseason about Cade Kowalski, and he said this guy's going to be a player in the junior hockey league. Agree or disagree?
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Cade makes the guys around him better. That's his best quality, is whoever he's playing with, they seem to get the puck on their sticks in good situations. So it's a good quality to have in a hockey player.
From now to the end of the season, your goal is what? Just to make the playoffs, or?
We still, same goals I had at the start of the year. We want to make sure we're getting a little bit better each game. And that's hopefully going to take us into a spot where we get a home ice playoff series. So we'd like to get into 4th place, but yeah, essentially we want to make sure that we're in a playoff spot, and we're ready to go for round 1.
If Elijah Carrolls and Cade Kowalski all of a sudden go into this goal scoring slump, does that put a panic into you as the coach?
No, and again, I like to say that we play a good defensive game, and that's something we keep working on, and we keep promoting, is play good defense, and that way if we do happen to go into that middle of a goal scoring slump, we can still win some games, 1-0, 2-0 kind of thing. A 7-6 win is all great, it's exciting, but it's too hard on the heart. So
Yeah,
I like
that.
those low scoring games.
Well, I know the game we called here against Eastman on Sunday was very exciting as a broadcast point of view and fans' point of view, and I'm sure even as a coach, even though it was probably nerve-wracking.
Yep.
But here they come 2-1, and almost score. It's like, oh, yeah, we're still in it, right? But no, it's been, I think so far what I've seen has been an exciting brand of hockey. I mean, you have had your ups and your downs like most teams have.
Yep.
But yeah, so all the best.
Thank you very much.
For the rest of the season.
Yep, thank you very
Thanks
much.
for doing this, Rylan. And again, all the best with your big 3 and everyone that follows in behind them.
Okay, good. Thank you
If
very
I
much.
can use that term.
Yep, for sure. Thank you.
Rylan Price, head coach of the Pembina Valley Hawks, Wayne Connell, reporting on the Manitoba Sports Network.